Imagine if someone told you the reason XRP might go to $100. What if I told you that banks are about to drain XRP off the exchanges? You probably think I'm crazy. But stick around because I am about to explain why this is not a crazy theory and why it could make XRP explode in value. If just 10% of the world's financial institutions decide to adopt XRP for payments, custody, or liquidity, there won't be enough supply for everyone. I know that sounds like a bold statement, but let me break it down for you. Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. I cover crypto, business, and finance news here. Let's jump into it. First, some context. There are well over 100,000 banks and credit unions worldwide. If even 10% of these institutions decide to adopt XRP, we're talking about a huge amount of demand. But here's the catch. The total circulating supply of XRP is limited, and most of it is either locked up or held by long-term investors who are ER&D likely to sell. This could lead to a scenario where demand for XRP far exceeds supply, causing prices to soar. To understand why this is a big deal, we need to take a step back. When it comes to global transactions, speed and trust are paramount. Banks and financial institutions need fast, reliable ways to move money across borders. They can't rely on outdated systems that take days and involve multiple intermediaries. This is where XRP comes in. It offers a unique solution that could revolutionize how money moves around the world. But you may be wondering, why would banks choose XRP over other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin? Well, XRP was designed with a specific purpose in mind: settling cross-border payments quickly and efficiently. Its unique technology enables almost instant transactions, making it an attractive option for institutions that prioritize speed and efficiency. Now let's talk numbers. As of today, there are approximately 10,063 billion XRP in circulation. Out of this, 20 billion are currently held in escrow accounts. That leaves 8,063 billion XRP available for trading. However, it is important to note that a significant portion of this amount is also locked up through various mechanisms. For example, Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, holds a substantial amount of XRP in escrow for the long term. This means that the actual amount of XRP available for immediate trading is much smaller than 63 billion. So what happens when demand outstrips supply? Let's look at Bitcoin as an example. As more people began accepting Bitcoin as a legitimate investment in currency, its price skyrocketed because there simply wasn't enough supply to meet the growing demand. Same could happen with XRP, although obviously the price movements would depend on numerous factors such as overall market conditions, regulatory environment, and the pace of adoption. But what if I told you that scarcity is just the beginning? XRP is gaining momentum as a payment settlement token, meaning it's being used to facilitate foreign exchange, FX trading. FX trading is a massive market. In 2021 alone, the daily trading volume exceeded $6.6 trillion. Imagine if just 10% of this trillions of dollars worth of activity was conducted using XRP. It could bring huge volumes to the market. But hold on. You might say, banks don't just buy crypto on a whim. They do their homework and research thoroughly before adopting new technologies. Well, you're right, which is why it is even more impressive that a growing number of major banks are showing interest in XRP. The Bank of America, one of the largest banks in the United States, in a recent report, they mentioned XRP as a cryptocurrency that could potentially disrupt international payments. Then there's HSBC, Europe's biggest bank, which has been exploring the use of distributed ledger technology (DLT), which underpins XRP for trade finance. These are just two examples of many. As more banks enter the fray, competition for a limited supply of XRP is likely to intensify, leading to higher prices. So the bottom line is simple. As more banks seek to capitalize on the efficiency and speed offered by XRP, they will compete for a limited supply, driving prices up. I hope you found this analysis helpful. Drop a like if you did and subscribe to stay informed about the latest developments in the world of crypto. See you in the next video.